Good morning, everybody. Once again, it is May 24th, 2018, 6:46 a.m. I apologize for yesterday's video. I actually uploaded a video and then I drugged the wrong file onto YouTube. So the thumbnail was correct for yesterday, but the video was from like May 13th or 15th. So I had to take it down before people got confused, because a lot of people were telling me, hey man, we've seen this before, you know, which I totally respect and I appreciate very much, because that would have been kind of silly. But anyway, guys, we are still watching the Caribbean. We are at 70% chance of formation over 90 days or 5 days now. So, and we also have the 2-day percentage moving up, which means that they're pretty confident in this storm at least becoming a tropical storm. It has plenty of room to move from basically the bottom of the Caribbean here up right through the Gulf. As of right now, the current direction they have this storm is going towards Louisiana, and we're going to talk about how we know this. Now, we have our spaghetti plots here. You're going to be getting used to these a lot, because during hurricane season, this is what we use to determine where our storms are going to go. You see this line here? It's hard to see with my mouse, but the line with the triangles, that is the current as of right now direction that the movement of the storm is going. Every other one of these is a prediction, which means that these are different models. You match them up here on this chart, and that tells you exactly where they think the storm is going to go. Now, these things will change every 8 hours, so to an extent they are a bit unreliable, but they do give you an idea. Like, we can see here that this storm wants to move north. We just don't know if it's going to cross over Cuba and the southern tip of Florida, or if it's going to continue over its path, go over Cancun, and then into western Louisiana. Because we can see now that some of the charts are showing it going into the east coast of Louisiana, and we're going to see this bounce back and forth between the Panhandle and Louisiana, and could even hook right into Texas. We don't know yet, so that's what this is all about. This is why we do these daily updates and we talk about this stuff. But here is your 70%. That color red we are very used to seeing from last year starts off right here. So anything 60% and higher will get this red X, and the next thing that we're going to see, guys, is this red circle. That is a tropical depression. That is our first step, and then we get tropical storm, then we get into hurricanes. So this might be, actually this is the most farthest forming one we've had this season so far, if you discount the other storms going on in the Pacific. But this is our first Atlantic storm to reach this 70%, might be even higher at this point. But you can see at the bottom of this red box here, if I move it, it's going to go away. But you see formation chance through 48 hours, 10%. That was at 0 for the last 2 days, while we were at 40 and 50% for the 5-day. Now the 5-day is 70%, 10% for 48. So you can see how these two kind of bounce off each other. They don't think it's going to form in 2 days. They think it's going to be in a little bit longer than 2 days before this thing's a full-blown storm, and then we really have to start putting out the warnings to people in this area. This is our cone, where they're going to be talking about this a lot too. They used the word cone last year, so it gives them a an area that they can cover without basically being wrong about where the storm's going to go. So with that said, the European model is still showing this thing coming right up Mississippi, Alabama, west coast of Louisiana, and the Panhandle of Florida. It will affect all 4 of these states, including Georgia, obviously, if this thing becomes strong enough. So we're talking, once we get land, then we got to move up into the U.S. And someone left a nice comment about how we handled Irma last year, how they lived in Tennessee or something like that, and the storm was predicted to go up, and then I said it would go into Tennessee, which it ended up actually doing, because it went up the west side of Florida, west side of Florida, sorry, rather than the east side that everyone had anticipated. So it's good to do these videos on a daily basis. This way, if we make any errors, we can correct them, and we're not thrown off guard towards the end when the storm is about to hit. So you can clearly see that there's something building up right in this area. These storms are starting to connect. They're starting to get bigger, and that's what we need to watch out for. Here is a separate set of spaghetti plots. As you can see, some of them have this thing hooking back in to land before it comes underneath Cuba. Basically what I'm saying is this amount of space here between the shooting the gap area that Nate took last year, Cancun, Cuba, if this thing stays in between here, that's just that much more time for it to get stronger before it makes landfall anywhere between Louisiana and the Panhandle. And do not think that Texas is out of this either. All we need is one shift in a shear wind or the jet stream, and this thing could come right in this area too. So Quick update, just wanted to apologize for yesterday's video, uploading the wrong one, and we are at 70%, guys, so this is, it's crunch time now. We are going to be in hurricane season basically from now on. Once we get that first formation storm, we know that the conditions are there, so that's what we're going to check out for later on this afternoon, and I'll talk to you guys then. I hope everyone has a great morning. It's nice here in northeast, or southeast Pennsylvania. Wow, that's right, I moved. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.